Concerns and questions continue to surround Maricopa County Attorney Allister Adel. And today, the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors met behind closed doors to meet outside legal counsel.
And the board could decide if it wants to begin some type of action to try to remove her from office. Last week, you'll remember 5 top county prosecutors in her office wrote a letter urging her to resign as she continues to work on her sobriety. The attorneys accused Adel of being impaired on the job and creating a toxic work environment. But today, Adel doubled down, saying she isn't going anywhere. In a 3-page letter to them, she wrote in part, "I have not practiced law while under the influence. The fact that I have an admitted alcohol abuse issue, sought treatment for it, and experienced relapses is not an ethical violation." She went on to say that if they cannot continue to do their job, they can leave. We have her entire letter posted on fox10phoenix.com. Meantime, it's not only Adel's staff calling her out.
Tonight, Fox 10's investigative reporter Justin Lum reports on why Adel's role in death penalty cases is now being called into question.
This criminal defense attorney is questioning if Allister Adel violated protocols in seeking the death penalty. The responsibility to sign off on such a decision is held solely by the elected county attorney, according to Arizona law. And with concerns over Adel's sobriety, allegations of misconduct, and lack of leadership in her office, will other defense lawyers follow suit to determine if Adel is actually reviewing potential capital cases? Maricopa County Attorney Allister Adel took office in October 2019, filling the vacancy left by Bill Montgomery. Adel was elected in November 2020 for a full 4-year term. In a little more than 2 years, she signed off on 17 notices of intent to seek the death penalty for defendants. During Montgomery's first 2 years as county attorney, he signed 41 notices of intent to seek the death penalty. His predecessor, Andrew Thomas, approved 89 notices of intent for the death penalty from 2005 to 2007. Adel did miss several months of work between suffering a brain hemorrhage on election night and checking into rehab for alcoholism in August 2021. But what's being called into question by a local defense attorney is not how many notices Adel signed, but if she actually made the decisions to seek the death penalty. In an email to MCAO on February 3rd, criminal defense lawyer Marcy Crater wrote, "We have the right to know whether Ms. Adel made the decision as required by the law to seek the death penalty in her client's case. Ms. Adel's management team has expressed concern about her sobriety and its effect on her ability to do her job, as well as absences from the office."
County attorney is the most powerful person in the justice system, hands down. More powerful than the judge, more powerful than the defense lawyer. Prosecutors have an unbelievable amount of discretion.
Mark J. Victor is a criminal defense attorney and managing partner of Attorneys for Freedom. We want to clarify he has no involvement in the email written by Marcy Crater. Crater represents Maribel Loera, who along with their husband Rafael Loera are charged with first-degree murder in the death of their adoptive daughter, whose remains were found in a house fire in January 2020. Victor says he expects other defense attorneys with clients facing the death penalty to put pressure on MCAO as questions over Adel's sobriety and focus persist.
I would expect nothing less of competent criminal defense lawyers in this state. They're not going to sit by idly and let their clients be treated without scrupulous attention to due process.
In an email, Crater requests all communications between Adel, the Capital Review Committee, and any other personnel acting on Adel's behalf regarding the decision to seek the death penalty in the Loera case. In a statement regarding death penalty decisions, Adel says, "Death penalty decisions are made based on recommendations from a committee that are given to me for review. I thoroughly and thoughtfully review those recommendations before deciding whether MCAO should pursue the death penalty. At no time have I failed to do so." What is the ripple effect here, possible ramification?
Well, I guess the initial threshold question is, was she competent and fit for duty at the time she made these kinds of decisions?
Decisions affecting loved ones of victims like Monique Cardiel. Her 18-year-old son Tyler was gunned down in the street on Christmas 2020 as he walked home from work. Last month, prosecutors filed to seek the death penalty for his accused killer, Timothy Bell. Allister Adel approved the notice of intent, and now Monique is concerned.
I'm very concerned. It is terrifying because this is justice for my child. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it will play out.
Victor says concerns about Adel's ability are valid. especially if you're a citizen in Maricopa County.
Of course, defendants should be concerned. Of course, victims should be concerned. Family members of victims should be concerned. But all citizens should be concerned.
Monique is not pounding the table for capital punishment. Ultimately, she just wants Bell sentenced to life in prison.
Nothing is going to ever bring my son back. So at the very least, I want justice for him.
Bell's trial is set for November 2022. Meanwhile, the state bar is investigating claims made by Adel's top prosecutors, accusing the county attorney of making drunken phone calls to staff and being absent from the office. In response to the bar's investigation and discussion by the Board of Supes, Adel says in part, "I have no concerns over my ability to present these entities with facts if asked to do so. As I have stated in the past, these allegations are only a distraction to the work of the Maricopa County Attorney's Office." Back on the topic of the death penalty, I did reach out to Marcy Crater and asked if she planned to file any motions regarding Adel's decision on seeking the death penalty. She declined to comment. Justin Lum, Fox 10 News.